Right now, Doge is a good news, bad news kind of story. But let's take a look at what we'll need to see for Doge to break higher, which it very well could here in the next few days. I'm looking at the daily chart right now for Doge. I'm also going to switch over to TradingView, which is one of my favorite tools that I use for crypto trading every day, or a crypto analysis rather, not trading. And we're going to look at its technical analysis for the Dogecoin. And you'll see, quite interestingly, a mixed bag as well. Here on the 1 day, it is showing a sell as its summary indicator. Oscillators are neutral. Moving averages are showing a sell. On the 1 week, we see a buy. So a longer time frame, we see a buy. Oscillators are neutral. Moving averages, a buy. And then on the 1 month, let's see, right in the middle on a neutral, oscillators are showing sell, moving averages are showing a neutral. So like I said, we have a mixed bag with Doge right now, and we can clearly see that reflected in the prices. It's a good news, bad news thing, and I'm going to talk about Doge accordingly. I've switched to the weekly chart to give us some perspective. The good news is, just like most crypto, Doge had a fantastic run up starting the 1st of October, middle of October, all the way to about the 1st or middle of December. We were sitting around 0.06 in Doge in October, and we hit a high of 0.10. That's the good news. The bad news is Doge did not move quite as much as some other coins have, like VET has moved. Let's see, we were at around 0.015. It doubled and went 2.5 times. ADA went 2.5 times. Solana went 4, 5, and 6 times. Of course, it's an outlier, but most coins went up more than Doge did during this run up. We didn't quite double on Doge from about 0.06 to 0.10. That's what, 75-80%. So the good news is a fantastic run up. Hard to complain about a coin that almost doubles in 2.5 months' time. The bad news is it did not go up as much as some other coins. Okay, so that's the good news, bad news. When Doge hit its high on the 11th of December, you can see this trending channel down. It was making lower lows and lower highs, and it started falling down to this level of support where it rested until the big Bitcoin flush about, well, yesterday morning. So we had this falling in price and then it rested. That's the bad news, okay? Because other coins did not do that. Some other coins, I'll put it that way. VET made its high in December 18th and then took off. Let's see, Solana made its high on, where's that December high? Let's say December 15th, and then it took off. Other coins, Avalanche did as well. Made its high. Well, it never quit making a high. It kept going on and on and on. So that's kind of the bad news for Doge. But again, it's still hard to complain about a coin going up. The fact of the matter is, coin just didn't go as high, and then it did not break its December high and still hasn't broken its December high. It kind of languished down here toward the bottom end of this range from 0.085, we'll say, to 0.10. All right. Then yesterday morning, my time yesterday morning, we had the Bitcoin flush, which came because of some big rumors of the SEC denying the Bitcoin ETFs. So in 2 hours, here's the 2 hour fall from 45,100 all the way down to a low of 41,400. This happened in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been steadily rising since, but that pulled all of crypto down. You can see those same hours in Doge. Pulled Doge down big time as well. And that's kind of what the chart looks like right now. Here's the big fall yesterday. Pulled us below the support of 0.086. It did not quite hit this support of 0.075, which is good news. And it's languishing right here. I wouldn't say languishing. It's doing what all crypto is doing. It's just kind of sitting there. There's no big moves in crypto right now. Although good news is, I'll tell you some good news in just a second. But here's the daily candle. We're almost finished with this day on the daily candle, and it's just been sitting quietly. Now, the good news is Bitcoin, after it went up and challenged its 45,000, had this big fall. Well, it's creeping up 45,000 again. It's already hit 44,300. It's resting right now at 43.9. So it's aiming for that 44,000, and we'll just wait for it, hopefully, to go ahead and break this barrier of 40, or this barrier, 44,700, and go back up to 45,000. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is Doge hasn't really been following Bitcoin after that run up. I mean, Bitcoin was making higher highs over the time, and Doge really wasn't. So we just have to kind of wait and see what Doge is going to do. It really has no engine of doing anything. It's being a bit lazy right now, I might say. Its next move up has to turn this resistance back into support. It has to break over it and start making some moves higher. This line right here, you don't really have to worry about. This blue line, you see it on the daily right here, but don't really pay any attention to that. I'm just using that to give us a good idea of what this run up looked like from October to December. It went something like that. So it gives us some perspective, but it's not a meaningful line. And this line is the meaningful line, 0.086. We need price to get above that. Now, when will it? Like I said, it's got to find some momentum. It's got to find an engine. It's got to find some movement. Right now, it's really the past, goodness, I guess you could say, since the 11th of December, it's just kind of been wandering down. And of course, it was affected by Bitcoin. Let's see if it can start wandering up. And if it will, that'll be fantastic. We need Bitcoin, of course, to continue higher to drag all of crypto up. But Doge has got to find a little momentum here. Otherwise, it's stuck in this range right here. And until it breaks this level convincingly, it's going to be stuck in this range. This would be a floor, 0.075. We certainly don't want to see price fall below that. That's a key level. But until we find something, we are going to range until it can find some movement. So that's what we're waiting on for Doge. If it's going to break higher, it's got to get beyond this 0.086. All right, that's my update on Doge. I will keep you updated on Doge and other coins as well. Be sure to check back in.